and welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you've just joined us, we have as our guest Sherri Lieberg, who is sharing her experience about how she is using 3 sources of income. 1 as a hypnotherapist and 2 in 2 other fields. Please help me welcome Sherri Lieberg. Now, Sherri, I was so excited to hear that you are a registered nurse. You work in the software business, teaching people in the hospital staff how to use surgical scheduling software.
Correct.
You are also a consultant who trains chaplains how to counsel individuals who are having spiritual challenges, and you're a hypnotherapist.
That's right.
Now, you described hypnotherapy as a culmination of all your other careers.
That's right.
Can you tell me about that?
As I was growing up, I knew that there were a lot of things that I wanted to do, but I started out with nursing, and that was a fabulous career where you can give to people and help them. Over the years, I went into a secondary career that didn't require working nights and weekends. So I did software consulting and software management, working through an organization that does surgery scheduling. And so I get to go into hospitals and work with people that need to be more productive to increase their efficiency in the operating room. And I also work with the church in Ventura, where I live, and train lay people to provide spiritual counseling and prayer for people who are going through life events that they need a little bit of solace and relief from the stresses and challenges of everyday life. What I found was through HMI and learning through hypnosis, I was able to draw on all 3 of my backgrounds and have tools that provided a synthesis that made all of my different careers, if you will, come together in a very magical way.
Okay, so let's take it one at a time. What have you learned from your nursing career that nurtures your hypnotherapy career?
I think from nursing to be very patient or client focused. You cannot have just one size fits all. You have to assess carefully with what's going on with the client and really listen and hear what's going on and to read them and make sure that you understand what the presenting issues are carefully.
Yes. Now, the thing that I really love, being a lady of, well, I'm 50, I know you're maybe 39, that you also are very involved with technology and the new technologies.
Yes.
How is your understanding of software and software support helping your hypnotherapy career?
In the software industry, I do a lot of training, and so I've had to do curriculum planning, I've had to address individual learning needs, I've had to be able to plan out training visits, and so this enables me to look at clients and see what their individual learning needs might be, and to plan for visits of perhaps 3 sessions or 6 sessions and be able to design hypnotherapy goals with them so that we can meet their needs in the amount of time that we're going to be having together.
Now, a spiritual component is a very big part of most people's lives all over the world.
Yes.
How does that help with your hypnotherapy career? You work with chaplains and lay people, and teach them how to counsel.
Yes. I think that is really coming in using the principle that we talk about at HMI about holding them with the highest regard, that positive regard, unconditional positive regard, holding them in the highest light, seeing only the best and highest for them. And so it's really a psychological and a spiritual perspective where I don't buy into your story and all of the problems. I'll hear your symptoms and buy them, but I'm going to know the highest and best for you and hold on to that vision as I support you through my hypnotherapy techniques and practices.
Wow. And when you break it down, you were saying that, well, what percentage of your total income is your hypnotherapy income?
Right now between 15 and 20%.
Is that where you're comfortable, or did you want to change your percentages a little bit?
I'd like to work toward 50%. I think that would be really nice. I'm one who doesn't like to be bored, and so I'd like to stay busy and working nights and weekends. I think that would be a really nice blend.
Okay, so 50% hypnotherapy. So where are you going to divide the other 50%? Also with the 3 careers?
I'll stay with the software and keep on working with that, and then on the weekends and maybe a little bit during the week, I'll do some of the spiritual consulting as well.
Now, you talked a lot about how you've used your careers to help your hypnotherapy practice. Because your goal is to stay with the software company and keep doing the training, what have you learned from hypnotherapy that you can bring into your software training?
I love the way that HMI really focuses on behavior and motivation, and those skills have really supported me in looking at both individuals and organizations and looking at how they are motivated and what behaviors they're bringing into the systems that I'm working with as an educator or as a trainer. And so that has really helped me tremendously, and also in some of the pacing techniques that I've learned through NLP and the different ways that we use language in meeting people and helping them understand better. It's just, it's been incredible, the tools that I've learned here.
How are you going to be transitioning from 80-20 or 85-15 to 50-50? Tell me your plan.
One of the ways that will happen is not being at school as much.
Are you still finishing up your education there?
I've got 4 more weeks.
Oh,
so yes.
Wow.
So when I'm not needing to be in class and making up practicums and whatnot, that will free up more time to devote to seeing clients. So that will be nice.
How about your marketing?
The marketing plan is actually coming along very well. I have already established some wonderful connections with some psychiatrists and psychotherapists in Ventura County, where I live. I'm getting regular referrals, so that's fabulous. I'm also doing some work with the local churches, the New Thought churches in Ventura County, and doing, one of the things I'm specializing in is with families that are what we call the sandwich generation, where they're caring for their older parents as well as their younger children, and all of the stresses and the anxieties and the financial burdens that are coming along with those dual responsibilities.
That was me. I had my mother who was in a nursing home, and I was getting a call because she bit somebody.
Oops.
Then she bit somebody else, so that was 2 calls. And dealing with little tiny children who still need me so desperately. I was the sandwich generation. I love that that's going to be the focus, or one of the things that you specialize. How can you help people in the sandwich generation?
Well, one of the things that we'll do primarily is to teach them how to reduce their anxiety, how to learn to be more relaxed and have a sense of control. We'll also teach a little bit of self-forgiveness, because they take on so much as their fault.
You're guilty that mom bit someone, and you're guilty that your kids are calling mommy, don't leave me.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
And to learn to be a little bit more self-nurturing, to take priorities for yourself, not put yourself last all of the time, that it's okay.
It is okay.
It is okay.
Sherri, can I tell you the best thing about this new economy and having dual incomes? Being a software surgical trainer for surgical software and being a hypnotherapy, it doesn't take anything away from either career to be both. People seem to have more respect when they see that you are so much like them, and dealing with 2 or more streams of income to create prosperity and abundance in your life. That's what I found. Tell me, have you found that also?
Well, it seems that it's like, it's just more avenues and more opportunities to connect with people. Instead of just being one thing, and you can only match people with one thing, now I've got more ways that I can connect with them, and it's been a blessing in so many respects.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many hours are you working now? A week?
I'm seeing 5 or 6 clients a week. And I work 40 plus hours at my software job, and I'm putting in 5 hours with my spiritual work. And I see my husband once in a while.
Well, that keeps it like it's in the honeymoon phase
all
the time.
It does, yes.
Because he hardly sees you.
He hardly sees me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you a mom also?
I am the mother of 4 grown children, and we have 9 grandchildren.
Wow.
And so just keeping up with those phone calls sometimes is also a challenge.
Sherri, it sounds like you understand so many people in so many different phases of life, and that you would be an ideal person to see for technology, for health, for the sandwich generation, and for certainly with spiritual hypnotherapy.
Yes.
how can people get more information and contact you to take advantage of the most wonderful gifts that you have to offer in all of your careers?
Well, there's two ways. One is through venturahypnosis.com, and the other way is at hmigrads.com. You'll be able to find me, Sherri Lieberg.
Okay, again, spell your name.
Sharie, and Lieberg is Lieberg.
Excellent.
Yes.
I wanted to thank you so much for being a guest on my show.
It's my joy.
And it was really interesting to hear how you balance all the different factors in your life.
Juggling is an art.
It is juggling.
Yes.
It's an art and a science.
And a science.
You do it very, very well. It appears that our time is up for today. But I want to thank Sherri Lieberg for joining us and sharing her experience. And I want to thank everybody at home for watching our show. My name is Lisa Machenberg, and I hope you will join us next time when we meet more people and explore how they are using Hypnosis Today. Please stay tuned. We have a lot more coming up for you on HMI Web TV, Hypnotherapy Television, 24/7. Hospital staff how to use surgical scheduling software.
Correct.
You are also a consultant who trains chaplains how to counsel individuals who are having spiritual challenges, and you're a hypnotherapist.
That's right.
Now, you described hypnotherapy as a culmination of all your other careers.
That's right.
Can you tell me about that?
As I was growing up, I knew that there were a lot of things that I wanted to do, but I started out with nursing, and that was a fabulous career where you can give to people and help them. Over the years, I went into a secondary career that didn't require working nights and weekends. So I did software consulting and software management, working through an organization that does surgery scheduling. And so I get to go into hospitals and work with people that need to be more productive to increase their efficiency in the operating room. And I also work with the church in Ventura, where I live, and train lay people to provide spiritual counseling and prayer for people who are going through life events that they need.
Hello and welcome back to Hypnosis Today, where we explore how people are using hypnosis to achieve remarkable things. If you've just joined us, we have as our guest Sherri Lieberg, who is sharing her experience about how she is using 3 sources of income. One is a hypnotherapist and 2 in 2 other fields. Please help me welcome Sherri Lieberg. Now, Sherri, I was so excited to hear that you are a registered nurse. You work in the software business, teaching people in the hospital